Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Redick expects rotation to be very fluid, matchup-based this season. As a first-year coach, Redick has been a breath of fresh air compared to people who previously held that position. He revealed his starting five on a podcast weeks before he had to and talked about his vision of a 9-man rotation during the early parts of training camp. Before the start of the season's first game, Redick clarified that a 9-player rotation would be subject to change based on the circumstances of each game. "I would say it's very fluid," Redick said before the matchup against the Wolves. And that's not to say that a 9 or 10-man rotation will be set in stone game to game or week to week, and who is in that 9 or 10-man rotation? "I'm well aware that guys are going miss games sometimes. We feel like we have, if it ends up being 9 or 10, we have a couple of guys that are ready to step in and fill in into spots in the rotation. It's also matchup-based, to be honest with you, whether or not we do 9 or 10-man rotation. This was always going to be the case for the Lakers. Every NBA coach has an ideal plan, but it will, of course, change based on player availability, performance, and matchups." While Redick did say he envisioned that 9-man rotation, I always considered those remarks to be an ideal situation for him rather than a solid, unmovable circumstance. For those who did take those words as law, it's good that Redick has clarified the situation. In their home opener, the Lakers went 10 players deep, largely because they played Bronny James to ensure they got that father-son moment and made NBA history. Bronny played just 3 minutes in the second quarter and was done for the night. Minus Bronny, Redick went 9 deep, but even now, the team is not fully healthy. Christian Wood is currently recovering from arthroscopic surgery on his left knee, and Jared Vanderbilt is out due to surgery he had on his foot during the offseason. One can assume Vanderbilt will be part of the rotation when available. His defensive ability on the wing makes him a must-play guy. And what about Wood? The Lakers currently have only one backup big, Jackson Hayes. Will Wood be fighting for Hayes' minutes, or will both be used as options to present 2 big looks with Anthony Davis? Once they are available to play, we will know what Redick thinks about those players and their place in this team's hierarchy. 3 players we do know are on the outside looking in at playing time are Maxwell Lewis, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and Cam Reddish. Lewis and Hood-Schifino getting no run makes sense because they are young and didn't necessarily impress in their preseason action. With the Lakers in the middle of a tough contest and winning on Tuesday, there was no opportunity for them to participate in this opening game. Reddish, on the other hand, is intriguing. He has value as a defender, and if other players struggle to make an impact, I could see him getting a shift or 2 in games based on matchups, as Redick has said. In the meantime, Redick's 9 looked good, so if they maintain this quality of play, we'll likely see the same group during this early part of the season. Predicting how many games the Los Angeles Lakers will win this season. The Los Angeles Lakers entered the 2024-25 regular season with the expectation of mediocrity hanging over their heads. No one denied how talented the starting lineup is, but questions about Redick's inexperience and the Lakers' health concerns overshadowed any form of general optimism. After a polarizing offseason and an equally as divisive preseason, a question remains as far as projections are concerned: how many games can this team realistically win? Understanding the future of the Lakers requires a thorough evaluation of the past. For instance, in 2023-24, the Lakers went 47-35 despite having Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent for a combined 40 games, and losing fellow key reserve Christian Wood for 32. Los Angeles also endured a tumultuous season behind the scenes, with former head coach Darvin Ham losing the locker room and D'Angelo Russell facing omnipresent trade rumors. It's also worth noting that Los Angeles's 47-win season was a tale of 2 teams wearing one jersey. One of those teams was 24-25 exiting January, while the other was 23-10, posting the 5th best win percentage and the 3rd best offensive rating in the NBA, after February 1. With a new head coach and a necessary change to the overall philosophy of how the team intends to play, one can't help but land on a number that's somewhere in between those two records. Shaquille O'Neal shares honest dream for Lakers Bronny James. Los Angeles Lakers rookie Bronny James checked into an official NBA game for the first time in the Lakers' home opener against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Superstar LeBron James entered the game with his son Bronny by his side, and the pair made history as the first father-son duo to do so. As Hall of Fame center, three-time Lakers champion Shaquille O'Neal watched from his TNT broadcast desk. He delivered an intriguing take after Los Angeles' 110-103 win against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday. During a segment on Inside the NBA, Shaq revealed he's happy for LeBron and Bronny moment, but now that it's in the team's proverbial rearview mirror, it's time for the work of being a second-round pick to come into play. Great moment. Great accomplishment. I would have loved to see him play more. Now, this is over, I think he focuses on getting better, O'Neal said. He's not going to be in the starting lineup. He probably won't be in that second lineup. But, if I'm him, I'm working somehow to get some type of rotation. So, I could get some type of flow. In many ways, it's a significant reason the NBA created the G League. It gives players an extended opportunity to develop into their own without forfeiting playing time. Instead of spending the majority of an 82-game season watching from the bench, it keeps the player in a constant rotation for playing time. Because of his last name, we want him to be great, but, like LeBron said, there are 450 of us. There are only a few rookies that have came in and had a great impact immediately, O'Neal added. But, knowing the kid a long time. He works hard. He's willing to learn. So, I wish him well. A great accomplishment for the James family. Shaquille O'Neal watched Lakers superstar LeBron James and his son, Bronny James, play 3 minutes together in their NBA debut. After beating the Timberwolves 110-103, LeBron talked about his and Bronny's mindset ahead of the Lakers season opener. And how he and Bronny tried their best not to make the game about their historic moment in the second quarter, per Clutch Point's David Yapkowitz. In the moment, we still had a job to do when we checked in, James said. We wasn't trying to make it a circus. We wasn't trying to make it about us. We wanted to make it about the team, for us to go out there and continue to play the basketball the coaching staff and our teammates want us to play. We kept that the main thing. Anthony Davis led with a double-double, 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 blocks. LeBron finished with 16 points and 5 rebounds, and Bronny added 1 rebound in his 3 minutes off the bench. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Shaquille O'Neal? Leave your opinion in the comments.